I am telling every single one of you that I don't believe that one-on-one treatment solely is a viable option as the only way that you're bringing in money and delivering value to people. I think it can be a part of it, but I just don't believe that anymore.
This is Secrets for Success.
Welcome to the Secrets for Success podcast. I'm your host, Greg Todd. Thank you, as always, for joining me, my friends. Okay, today I want to talk about quitting. I want to talk about me nearly quitting two businesses that have literally changed my life. Not only my life, but my family's life. And it's changed a lot. It's changed a lot. And I nearly quit both of them. And so I want to talk about that on today's episode, not necessarily about me, but about many of you. There's many of you that I know are considering quitting. You're considering quitting the profession. You're considering quitting, other things in your life. And the reality is that sometimes we really don't need to quit. There's another alternative. And I want to discuss that on today's video. So let's talk first about Renewal Rehab. So I became an owner of Renewal Rehab in 2005. By the end of 2009, I started to really have some major health issues. I was training for marathons. I was working probably 50-ish hours a week. I think at that time, I probably had a staff of about 13, 14. So I was investing in my team. I was investing in my patients. I was trying to invest in myself. I'm doing a trading time for money job. I'm leading people, and my body just broke down. My body broke down. And it started at the end of 2009. And this whole journey really was going on until 2011, 12. Actually, 2012. And I was like, forget it. I can't do this anymore. So I wanted to actually quit my business. And I would have quit. I don't even want to act like I was so smart and had all this wisdom. The only reason why I didn't quit is because the offer wasn't good enough. Okay. The offer was for, I was going to get over $1 million for the business. The issue is that I had to stay on for a certain period of time in order for that company to buy us out. And I physically just felt like I could not treat anymore. I couldn't treat in the capacity that I was. The 5 days, 20, 22 patients in it, I couldn't do it. My body was done. And so I didn't quit. Let me tell you what ended up happening that has now changed your life. You're only listening to this podcast because of me making the decision to break my business. You guys, a lot of times you don't have to quit. You just have to break. Okay? You don't have to quit the business. You just have to break the business and reset it so that it now works in your favor. Let me tell you something. The hardest thing to do is to gain trust from a group of people, just to then leave those group of people to now go and try to gain trust with a new group of people. Okay? It took me many, many years of being in my community of Wesley Chapel to gain the trust of people to where people would not only come and work with me and then work with my company, but then would tell other people to come work with me and work with my company. And if I would have quit, which is what I wanted to do, if I would have quit, I would have lost all of that trust with those people. Now, I'm not saying that quitting should not be an option. I'm just saying that for about 95% of you that are listening to this podcast, it is not the right option. The right option is breaking the business. And what do I mean by breaking the business? Well, it's kind of like if you break your leg or you break your finger. Like if you break your finger or you break your leg right now. I actually broke my finger one time playing flag football. Okay. And the finger was like, okay, kind of gross. But basically, here's the deal. If you break it, you can't just put a cast on it. The first thing that would happen if you broke your leg, if you went to the hospital, okay, you'd have an orthopedic doctor would look at your leg, see, wow, this thing is broken. And the first thing they're going to do is they're actually going to reset the bone. Like they have to usually break it a little bit more so that they can reset it to where it's in the right place. And if you reset it and reset it properly, and if your body does what it's supposed to do, that bone will callus. It will callus, and the bone actually will become harder as long as you break it, you reset it, and you let it recover. That bone will actually be stronger than what it was before. It will be. And you have the ability in business to do that. You have the ability to say, oh my gosh, this is broken. How do you know it's broken? It's broken because you feel exhausted. You broke it because the things that you used to do that never used to piss you off are now pissing you off. The work that you used to do is becoming increasingly harder and harder and harder and harder and harder. And what happens is you'll start to feel it. You'll feel the weariness. You'll feel the fatigue. You'll feel the brain fog. You'll feel the stress. You'll feel where you are getting antsy over everything. It's because the way you're doing it is no longer serving you in the capacity that you want to serve others at. And instead of just saying, okay, I quit. Okay, I'm out of PT. Oh, I'm out of nursing. Okay, I'm no longer going to be an RD. There is an option to break it. And you can break the business. Let me tell you what I did in 2012. 2012, when I realized that offer was not going to be a good enough offer for me to take, I realized that, okay, well, I had to do something different, because if I didn't do anything, I'd probably die. I was having seizures. I remember one weekend I had 3 seizures over 4 days. I'm like, this is stupid. It's like, I'm going to die if I continue to do this. If I sell to this company, yeah, I'm going to get money, but they're requiring me to stay, so I'm going to die there. All right, so what's the only other option? Well, is there anything else I can do? Could I change the way that I'm doing things right now? Yeah, but that would mean I would have to let go of who I am and now turn myself to something different. Yeah, that's called breaking the business. So guess what I did? I broke the business. I started learning other skills. Without those skills, I wouldn't even know you guys. Without those skills, this podcast wouldn't even exist. Okay, I started to learn skills of billing. I started learning skills of collections. Anything that I did to use my mind was not physically exhausting for me, and my body physically was breaking down. So that's what I did. And just like anything that you do in the beginning, it was hard because I wasn't good at it. But you know what it was? It was physically easier on my body than me actually seeing 7 new evals in a day. It was easier on my body. So over time, guess what? Even though I sucked in the beginning, I got good at it. And me breaking the business has allowed me to continue the business and now continue it 13 years later. And it's still going. We've downsized and whatnot, but it's still going. And I don't have any part of it. It's paying me every month. So it's cool, right? Can you imagine? That only happened because I broke the business. That only happened because I did not quit on the business. I found another alternative. Okay, I'm going to give you another business as well. Let's talk about SSHC. So SSHC, what you all know me for, the reason why this podcast even exists is because I'm serving healthcare professionals that are looking to level up and looking to no longer trade time for money and looking to make more money and looking to not kill themselves in the process, right? Okay, that's what this whole Secrets for Success podcast is about. Anyways, right? Okay, so how about this? My question to you is this, right now. I know you listen to podcasts and I can't hear what you're saying back, but did you come into my life after September of 2020? I have a funny feeling that most of you have said yes. I've been in your life since then. I heard about you last year. I heard about you the year before. I heard about you in 2021. Okay, let me tell you something. In 2020, I nearly quit. I nearly quit in 2020, okay? Because it was the first time in my career of being an entrepreneur. Remember, I started in 2005 to 2020. It's 15 years. I had not taken a break. The only break I ever had was, and it's not like I didn't go on vacation, but usually even on vacation, if you're an entrepreneur, you work anyways. So I did go to Jamaica for 3 months. For 3 weeks. I'm sorry. Not 3 months. You can take that out. 3 weeks I went to Jamaica. And during that time, I still worked. I was actually building an online program. This is back in 2011. Okay. So I was doing all the editing and all the other stuff, but I'd hang out with my family. I brought my parents, my in-laws, and we had a great time. Okay. But I still worked. But in 2020 was the first time that I actually took a sabbatical. I took a sabbatical in 2020 of 3 months. And when I came back, came back to nothing. Okay, I came back to nothing. And it was one of those opportunities where I realized that, wow, I could actually walk away now. Now, it's a little bit different in 2011. Okay. Like I had some money stockpiled up here. And I realized that I had an option in 2020 that I didn't have an option in 2011. 2011, I had to figure something out. Okay. We weren't there yet. All right. In 2020, like I was doing pretty good. And, at least at that point, I probably could have not worked for about maybe 10 to 15 years and been okay, not have to make too many changes. Right. So yeah, that's what the situation was. And I nearly walked away. But I realized that no, what are the things that you dislike about what it is that you're doing? What are the things that you really like? What are the things that feels effortless? What are the things that feel laborious? Like just asking those questions and then saying, you know what? You have the ability to break the business again. And that's what I ended up doing. I broke it and I had to figure it out, but I still was serving the same groups of people. I just served them in a different way that they weren't used to. And that also does mean that some of the people that used to be served by you, now that you're serving in a different way, are going to be like, no, I ain't doing that. But then there's going to be other people that are like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. And that's what I did. And of the 5,000 clients we've had in SSHC, I think more than 3,000 have been from 2020 to 2025. So I would have lost out on all of those people to serve. Now, let's not just talk about the 8 figures that we have made through SSHC for the company and for myself. Let's talk about, well, if I made, call it whatever, 15, 20 million, do you know how much money other people have made because I've helped them start businesses, grow businesses, scale businesses? It's got to be over 200 million. That would have not happened if I quit. So I'm telling you this for this reason. I am telling every single one of you that I don't believe that one-on-one treatment solely is a viable option as the only way that you're bringing in money and delivering value to people. I think it can be a part of it, but I just don't believe that anymore. I don't believe it's the only option. The numbers just don't add up anymore. The math's not mathing, okay? For many reasons, and if you want, you can go back and listen to other episodes where I talk about that. But basically, I believe that every single one of you, you need to break your business. If you're feeling weary, if you're feeling run down, if you're feeling exhausted, if you're feeling tired, and you're like, I think it's time for me to hang it up. Wait a minute, Freddie. Wait a minute, Felicia. Don't hang it up yet. Do you just need to break the business and then reset the business so that the business can now serve you long term? Because if we never broke the bone and then reset the bone, well, we really couldn't make any steps forward. Okay. And during that resetting period, there is a recovery period where you are rebuilding, but you're still serving the same groups of people. And so what I can tell you is this: me not quitting those 2 businesses, it really, really, really protected my personal brand. Okay, protected my personal brand. Because the people that I have served always feel like I'm still serving them. It's a different capacity. That's it. It's a different capacity. And so I think that's a really, really important message for many of you to hear. Okay. I think many of you need to hear that. All right. I don't know if your option is to go back to school. I'm not really sure that's a really good option. Okay. I don't think your option right now is to leave the profession altogether, but you might need to break the identity that you have. You might need to not make your title your idol anymore. You might need to reposition things in the market. But listen, other companies are doing it too. Walmart had to do it. Walmart used to only be in person. Now Walmart.com it's not the same revenue as in-person Walmart, but without it, I don't know if Walmart stores would be around anymore. Okay. Bed Bath & Beyond had to do the same thing. Okay. Target is doing the same thing as well. And companies that did it, the Party Cities of the world, the Big Lots of the world, they're gone. They're gone. So at the end of the day, we all have to break our business if we want to stay in business. And it doesn't mean that we actually have to quit. Just shape, reconfigure, reset the path that you're going in. I hope this helps you and serves you. And I love you guys. And I really want to continue to serve every single one of you at a high level, but it always might look a little different because I'm constantly breaking it so that I can continue to sustain it. I hope that helps you. Till next time.